Hello and welcome to my introduction video. My name is Zahira with Psychic Protection Sanctuary. I have several things that I want to cover with you in a really brief period of time, so I hope you don't mind if I glance down at my notes now and then. I want to make sure that I cover everything and don't leave out anything important. So this video is a way that you can be introduced to me and the things that I do so that you can find out if I can be of service to you. That's really what this is about. So let's jump right in. So as I mentioned, my name is Zahira. My business is Psychic Protection Sanctuary. I've actually been a spiritual teacher for the past forever, for over 25 years. And I'm also a professional psychic and an energy healer. In addition to that, a double certified Reiki master teacher and, a whole bunch of certifications over the years. My work has actually evolved over the years. So I used to work more generally, just doing energy healing and psychic readings. And over the years, that work has evolved so that my main focus is on psychic protection. So let me explain a little bit about what I mean by psychic protection. This is actually a spectrum that I work with. So first of all, on this end of the spectrum, I work with people who are experiencing your everyday kind of psychic protection issues, especially sensitivity issues, people who are empaths, who are picking up on everybody's emotions and feelings and the energies on the planet and all of that. So people who are really struggling with oversensitivity to the energies around them. So those are some of the people that I work with, that I assist and teach and do sessions with to help manage those energies and live a more thriving kind of life. So that's on this end of the spectrum. And then we have everything in between. And then on this end of the spectrum, we have people who are experiencing what I call unwanted paranormal activity. So things that are very disturbing, spirits in your home, entity attachments, at psychic attack and things like that. So hopefully you've never had that kind of experience, but if you have found the right place to get help. One of the reasons why I got into this work, why I ended up focusing on psychic protection, this whole spectrum between empaths and then the psychic attack kinds of issues, is because I've been an empath my whole life, and I used to really struggle with the energies around me, and I had to learn how to manage that. So I help people with all of the information that I've learned over the years, and also with the information that I've helped clients with over the years. And I've also experienced some very severe psychic attacks. Now, not everybody likes to talk about this stuff, but I'm going to talk about some empowering things in just a moment, so just stick with me. So I have actually experienced some really intense stuff over the years. Growing up, I was a very spiritual child. I had I was having visions, beautiful experiences, but I also experienced psychic attack, entity issues when I was young, a couple of times when I was a teenager, and then as an adult. About 20 years ago, I lived in a haunted house. I didn't knowingly move in there knowing that it was haunted, but found out after the fact, and that was a very horrendous situation. And I won't go into all the details, it would make this video too long. But then a couple of years ago, I experienced a very severe psychic attack that was basically I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I connected with somebody who had some nasty stuff, connected with them, and that was a horrible experience. And what I found from that experience was that there really was not a good support system out there for people going through this kind of stuff. And not only was there not a support system, but there wasn't a good resource for information, for practical advice on how to fix these issues, how to take care of these issues. And, the people out there that were saying that they could help, either there was a waiting list that was like 2 years long or 5 years long, or they were charging like thousands and thousands. Like one person I found out was charging like $8,000 for a session for people who were truly desperate. And besides that, there was like nothing. It was like a desert. There was no resources, no help, no support system. And so once I got through my situation, that was when I realized that I really needed to step up and help people who were having these kinds of issues on the whole spectrum of psychic protection. So here we are. You've probably made it to this video because either you're curious about psychic protection in general, or you are a sensitive empath, or you've had some issues with some kind of psychic attack. So, like I said before, you're in the right place. I am so committed to helping people with these issues. I know firsthand how, intense and overwhelming and, just how scary it can be. And I'm even getting like kind of stirred up here, just like getting so passionate talking about this because, when it comes to my clients who are having the more severe kinds of issues, like I will answer their text messages like any time of day or night if I'm awake, because I'm so committed to helping people to deal with these issues and to not be alone. So here we are. I mentioned that I was going to talk about the positive aspect. So the people who've worked with me so far can vouch for this and say that even though I've discussed some kind of scary things, that my approach is very positive and very empowering, but also very truthful. Like I don't sugarcoat stuff. I don't sugarcoat what's going on. I do have a compassionate approach, and it's all about really teaching and empowering you to be able to help yourself as well, rather than creating a dependent kind of relationship, which is not what I'm about at all. So let's see. Okay, I gotta look at my notes here. All right, so I just want to say that some people are ready to work with me and some people are not. You'll know it. You already know it right now. Like you might have already clicked off the video. Some of you have already clicked it off. Some people are ready to look at these kinds of issues, look at the psychic protection kinds of issues, and some people are not, and that is okay. So if you're ready, if you feel really drawn to learn more about this, to learn the truth in a safe and sacred space with someone who has been through these things, who really understands, then I would like to give you some information on how to connect with me further. So grab a pen and paper, and I'm going to give you some info. All right, so I'm not sure, I don't know where you're watching this video, so I'm going to give you all the different ways to connect with me. Okay, so you might already be at this place. So first of all, my website is www.psychicprotectionsanctuary.com. And that's psychicprotectionsanctuary.com. Now, when you go to my website, One of the things you can do is sign up for my email list, and I send out articles about psychic protection, the whole spectrum from empath issues to everything in between, daily maintenance techniques, and then to the more severe stuff. So if you want information, then sign up for the email list on my website. And also, when you sign up for the email, you always receive free gifts, and those free gifts change from time to time. So I'm not going to say what they are, but they're always really good, juicy free gifts that you receive automatically once you submit your email. Also on my website, I have several hours of free video class content. I do this because, like I said before, I'm so passionate about helping people with these issues. I want you to receive knowledge, right away, that no matter what your income status is, that there's some information and resources for you right off the bat. Okay, so click on my website. You can click on the tab that says free videos, and you'll be able to access a bunch of content. And speaking of videos, I also have a YouTube channel, and you can go to youtube.com and then type in the search bar Psychic Protection Sanctuary, and you will find my YouTube channel, and be sure to subscribe on there. And I have even more free video content on there than I do on my website. So lots and lots, like tons, so much stuff. And then lastly, you can connect with me on Facebook. So I have two avenues on Facebook. I've got just your basic business page. It's Psychic Protection Sanctuary, and it's a page. Okay, so it's my business page. And then there's also a Facebook group. Now the group is different. This is actually an interactive type of Facebook atmosphere. You do have to answer 3 questions before joining the group. So you can click to request to join, but you have to answer a couple questions. That's just how I weed out the robots and stuff like that. So you do have to answer those questions, and then you're allowed to join the group. It's a closed group in that the public can't see everybody's posts. So it serves as the Psychic Protection Sanctuary Facebook group serves as a support group and a discussion group and an information hub. And there's literally activity going on in there every day. I started this group a couple of years ago, and it is literally, from the beginning, I've very consciously cultivated a positive, sacred space. So I don't have a bunch of people posting like really weird, dark stuff on there. It's very uplifting. Like I said, I actually filter who's allowed even in the group. So, positive, empowered people who are needing help, wanting to support each other, and wanting truthful information. So if that resonates with you, you can go to that Facebook group now and check it out. All right, so this has been really fun, a really fun way to connect with you today. You can always send me an email if you have any questions about, how I can serve you, how I can assist you. And you can email me actually from my website. So again, that's www.psychicprotectionsanctuary.com. And there's a little place on the upper tab that says Contact Us. Just click on that and you can send me an email. All right, so I look forward to connecting with you soon. Until then, be well and be blessed.